Yes, it's cold. So hey, one of the first things some of my more reluctant art students, my high schoolers, will say to me like the first week is, I'm not good at art, or I'm not an artist. These are the same ones who in discussion posts this past week would wax poetic about how their passion is boxing, for example, and how music and dance and all of that, that's art too. And they feel that they are artists when they box. I don't disagree. As a teacher, as an artist, I have to prompt them to think about all of those things, the 7 elements of art. Or another one who comes to my class and pretty much has said he's not into art, but he wants to be a barber. He likes to cut hair. And think about it. What does a barber do? What does a hairstylist do? They have to think about line work. They have to think about the shapes of their clients' heads, which relates to the 7 elements of art too: texture, what's it going to look like, all of that, right? I have to prompt them and let them know that when they're paying attention to how the hair goes and the client's face and the client's wishes and desires, when they are trying to match a goal, I have to prompt what that hairstyle is going to look like, what that cut is going to look like. They're trying to match the goal of the client, which is like taking commissions, right? And they have to decide how it's all going to work together. Composition, right? All of that is art. The most powerful art out there is your own. My biggest point to those students, my biggest point to anyone who says, it's just art, I'm not good at that, is that art is a part of life. Art is life. So we are all artists, and we express that point in different ways. Some of us express it in the clothing that we wear. Some of us express it in the colors we choose for our den, our family room, our living room, our kitchen, right? Some of us express it in the style of cars that we drive, if we're blessed enough to be able to choose the style of cars. But actually, if you think about it, even those clunkers, if we just have to dole some money out to somebody to get from point A to point B, we still choose this one versus that one. And a lot of times that has to do with how well it rides. I'll take that one out of the argument. But for the most part, the colors we choose, what we decide to, how we decide to present ourselves, all of that is art. This is nothing new. Over the centuries, art has expressed our love, our grief, our passion, our anger, our hatred, war, serenity and peace. That's just what art has done over centuries and centuries, since the beginning of time. So this is not a new concept, right? That art is life. The concept was there before, even thousands of years ago, when in Latin they would say, art is life, ars vita est. Okay, way before then. From when our ancestors and when cavemen, not necessarily the same thing, right? When our ancestors would express daily life through drawings, cave drawings, or drawings in stone, or whatever, they were expressing that whole concept that art is life, life is art. Art expresses our sense of hope and of faith, even if it's just faith in ourselves, right? To get through what we're going through. Art is absolutely a way to mark memories, to remember the past, people who've come before us, memories that we've had of our own past, and hope in the future, our imagination, our dreams about the future, right? A lot of the art that I create is about memory, about remembering past generations, about the love and tensions involved in motherhood and being a mother, a grandmother, remembering the past and leaving legacy for the future. Art expresses our sense of hope and of faith, even if it's just faith in ourselves, right? To get through what we're going through. Some artists' work reflect war, conflict, revolution. Some artists bake amazing cakes, sublime pies, and they are using ingredients from the kitchen in the same way that artists, traditional artists, use paint or clay or digital technologies to actually remember the past and express beauty. Same way that we do. I actually bake sweet potato pie for that very reason. Well, my grandkids love it, my family loves it, but it's still to remember my grandmother, my great-grandmother, the women who struggled over the years to make something out of nothing and did it. That's art. Some artists design cars, or they design motors, or they cut grass and trim hedges and make a landscape look amazing, or they do the most transformative work when they season a St. Louis pork steak and throw it on that grill and bring it out and present it on that plate along with, okay, I'm waxing poetic here, but it's real. That is art. So really, all of that is art. It can be so deep and powerful, even if it's just to us, but often our art means something to everyone who's in our innermost circles, whether that's just family or a friend or the people we work with or our small business clientele or the community we live in. So it is art. And as such, it should be taken seriously, as in being able to focus on it, to create it. Seriously, not as in, oh my gosh, I'm creating art, I must be so serious about it. No, sometimes that's part of it. Sometimes seriously, as in make it a part of your regular everyday life. My whole point is for you to make art. Make it part of your routine. Okay, so as a teacher, as a wife and mother and grandmother, and as a multimedia artist, my main point here is just to tell you that sometimes the most powerful art that's out there is the art that you yourself make. It's your own. So make art. It's worth it. But let me say, even if you don't share it with anyone else but yourself, make art, okay? And if you want to hear more from me, please subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, and I will see you later. All right. Hope you're somewhere nice and comfortable and warm.